Testing. 1, 2, 3, test. Testing. 1, 2, test. Testing. 1, 2, test. Test. Okay. I am going to wait for another 6 minutes to see if anyone joins in on the stream. I kind of forgot what it was that I was doing. I think I was going to the Viridian Forest just to battle some trainers and advance. So I guess I'm just gonna go back to the Viridian Forest. Did I already talk to these guys? I guess I did. So that's boring. Yeah, I guess I'm just gonna wait. Although I am already here, should I just start? I don't know, seems a little unfair if I start 5 minutes before anyone even gets here. I guess for anyone who might be watching later, I'm looking at some memes. Found one that says, when someone at work asks me how I'm doing today, there's a screenshot of Red from that 70s show, and it says, if I was a bird, I'd fly into a ceiling fan. Here's one of a screenshot of I guess a tweet. It says, I'm so sick of everyone asking if I really hate my kids. They're just jokes, people. Annoying, inconvenient jokes who are ruining my life. Robert asked the televangelist to pray for his hearing. After 3 minutes of violent shaking and trying to push him over backwards, the preacher asked, "How's your hearing?" Robert replied, "I don't know. It doesn't take place until Tuesday at the courthouse." But This one says, British cooking shows. Tell us about this wheat tart you've made. The crust is just lovely. American cooking shows. We replaced your knives with Phillips head screwdrivers and released raccoons in the kitchen. The clock is set for 30 seconds. Please bake us peace in the Middle East. Got another minute. That's a pretty good one. Okay, it's 12 o'clock. I'm gonna go ahead and get started. It doesn't look like there is anyone in the stream yet, but they can come in after. For the people who are watching the recorded version of this, welcome. This is the second part to the Nuzlocke stream. Just because I'm paranoid, I'm gonna make sure that the audio is working. It should be. Yeah, I'm just gonna go ahead and start. So yeah. I remember this place. I think I was just trying to battle trainers in the Viridian Forest. And I have not gotten through that area yet, so I don't want to go into the tall grass right now because I don't want to battle wild Pokemon. I want to test my Pokemon against more trainers so that they can level up faster. I'm not sure if you can hear it, but it sounds like there's a blender going up upstairs. Hopefully you don't hear it. So I already fought this guy. And then there's another guy up here that I fought already. Yeah. Oh. Okay. Hey, what's this? An antidote. That could be useful. What is... Wait a minute. Have I... Yeah, I did catch a Pokemon already here. What's over here? I'm pretty sure the exit is here. I think. Oh, there's another guy here. Let's battle him. I might be little, but I won't like it. Oh, if I... but I won't like it if you go easy on me. Alright. Be careful what you wish for, kid. It's level 7. Well, he should be... Yeah, it's super effective, so... I'm good here. Oh, happy 4th of July, by the way. I kind of don't pay attention to holidays most of the time, because they kind of don't mean that much to me. I'm not even sure if my parents are planning on... Why does my microphone sync so much? It really bothers me. Might want to get a new microphone stand, because this one just can't seem to take the weight of the microphone. And Pecky leveled up, so that's good. Why is he gaining no stats on his defense? His defense is miserable compared to everything else. Then again, I don't know really what good stats are and what stats... I don't know what good stats look like in this game. Okay, so Pecky learned Leer. No, Pecky's good. I will not change Pokemon. Growl, I think, lowers his attack. And Leer, I think, lowers his defense. Let me see. Can I... Summary... Here we go. These are growls in a cute way. Cute way? How do you growl in a cute way? In the middle of a fight? What the hell? What good does that do? It lowers his attack stat. Involves giving an intimidating look that lowers its defense stat. I feel like these moves aren't that helpful unless it sharply reduces your defense or attack. So, I don't think I'm going to be using that. Well... Just for the sake of... Well... Nah, I'm just gonna use Peck. A critical! Alright, well that was pretty easy. Just lost 4 hit points. Alright, so what else have we got here? Okay, this is where I was before. There's another dude over here. Hello. Did you know that Pokemon evolve? Yes, I did know that they evolve. Why would that be your choice of words right before an epic battle with another trainer? It's like, did you know that Pokemon evolve? Go, Caterpie! Oh, it's a Metapod. Hopefully the only thing he knows is Harden. There you go. Oh, that actually did make a bit of a difference, because if he hadn't used Harden, I feel like his health would have been in the red. Although I'm not sure if it makes enough of a difference to warrant losing a move over it, if that makes sense. Okay, so Pecky gained a level, now he's getting some defense stats. Oh, I didn't notice Mr. Wiggles needed to level up. I'm wondering if he can take down a Caterpie. If the Caterpie knows... well... She's only one level above him, so it shouldn't be that much of a problem. So I'm just gonna keep spamming Poison Sting, and hopefully it poisons him, because then he'll be taking more damage than Mr. Wiggles will be if he just keeps tackling me. Alright, looks like this is going to take a bit. I'm wondering if I had a story to tell, this might be a little bit more entertaining, but I can't think of anything right now. But one more and this Caterpie should be good. Okay. Mr. Wiggles gained a level. No defense. Some pretty bad stats if you ask me. Just based on Pecky's stats. Daisy could use some leveling. How much damage does Quick Attack do? $40, so it does more damage than Tackle. And it attacks first. Okay, so that's just gonna be what I'm gonna use then. Okay, so it looks like the only move he knows is Harden, so we're good. I don't know, I guess I could talk about the album and the videos I'm planning on doing. Well, it's kind of related. Recently, I have tried to oh, Mr. Wiggles is evolving. This is going to be the first Pokemon that we have that's going to evolve. I don't know that it evolves so quickly. Isn't he like level 8 or something? And you learned Harden, okay. Yeah, oh, he's level 7. Interesting, okay. So I'm gonna go back to the, actually, let's switch these guys out in case we encounter some wild Pokemon. But I'm gonna go back to the Poke Center just to heal Mr. Wiggles. And hopefully we'll find another trainer so that he can level up some more. Let's just battle this guy. But what I was saying was, recently I have been undertaking this little personal challenge of of not playing video games right after I get out of work, because whenever I got out of work, you know, it was like not the time that I would want to work on stuff, because I just worked for 8 hours at a place that, you know, I don't like working at, and so I was tired and I just wanted to play video games. But I feel like only being able to work on stuff on the weekends is not enough time to dedicate towards you know, what I want to do, which is to hopefully make a career out of this whole YouTube thing. So I've been basically forcing myself to work that hour after I get out of work and before I go to sleep to work on stuff. And I've been working on the album art, and I might start using that time to work on videos too. And I might turn that into a video, actually, the 30-day challenge. I've been recording footage of, you know, just how this has been going, and eventually I might do shit, I kind of lost my train of thought, but my point is, it was kind of inspired by Wheezy Waiter quit alcohol for 30 days. In another video, he tried to, another one, he quit sugar for 30 days. And the point is that he learns about something and he's like, hey, I want to try that for myself and see if it works. And he has found a lot of things that he has liked doing that he's incorporated into. Hey, Tyler Silliman, I just noticed you there. What's up? Thanks for joining the stream. Happy 4th of July. What was I saying? Yeah, so the point is I kind of got inspired by his videos, and I thought, well, I'm going to challenge myself to do a thing. It's more of a personal thing because I got into the habit of playing video games after I got out of work, and I felt like maybe I can be more productive about that. So I've been working every weekday on, so far, just album art, and I have been making, you know, more progress than I would usually if I didn't do that. I'm wondering though if once I get to the 30 days, how I'm gonna feel by the end. Like, is it gonna cause me to feel more stressed if I'm, you know, continuing to work after I get out of work? Or maybe at the end I'm gonna feel like, you know what, it wasn't that big of a deal. After I work on stuff for that extra hour, I don't feel a lot more stressed out than I was before, so I'm just gonna keep on doing this and I'll be more productive. So yeah, right now I'm on day like 3 or something. Okay, today is the 4th. I think on day, no, yeah, it'd be like day 5, although technically it's the weekend, so like it doesn't really like apply. But anyways, so there's that might turn into a video. And even though I've been working on just album art recently, I might use the time to also work on a different video. For example, recording music without an audio interface, you know, like if that's possible and something that's viable for people. And then after I do that, I guess I could work on the video that I've recorded footage for already for the game review of DMC Devil May Cry. I'm gonna light off metal AF fireworks. Now I'm curious, what constitutes fireworks as being metal AF? Are you gonna play heavy metal while you fire them, or like how does that work? What is the new album cover looking like? So I have several drawings, and each of them are based off of the title of a song, and each of them I'm planning on, including in the album artwork. I'm planning on hopefully doing a physical release with a little booklet with the lyrics, and in the background is going to have the the art, but I don't know which one is going to be the album cover though. I have, from the ones that I've completed, one of them is called Ruptured Intestines, and it's this guy with his intestines coming out of his stomach, and that one's cool. That could make a good album cover. There's another one called Botched Hemorrhoidectomy, where this guy's on an operating table and his ass is bleeding everywhere because the doctor can't operate for shit. And then the one that I'm working on right now is called Projectile Diarrhea, and this guy in a supermarket just shitting on everyone. And then I also have one where it's just a drawing of the band members just looking cool. I might use that like as the back of the jewel case, where all the names of the songs are. But yeah, so that's kind of where I'm at right now. I don't know which one is going to be the album cover. Maybe I could even make it into a vote. Like, this guy needs to get to the back of the line because he's done his job for now. But maybe I could put the album cover kind of like to a vote. Maybe I could ask. I don't think I can do it on YouTube because I don't think everyone has access to those like posting features or whatever, like where you can like kind of make social media posts on YouTube. But maybe like on Facebook or something. Or, I don't know if I have enough like followers for people to care about my Facebook page though. So it's better than I do Facebook, which is, well, I mean, it's still 0, but, well, I mean, I do have some followers on Facebook, so whatever. What about a nuke with a poop symbol on it? I don't know. I feel like that could be an album cover that someone could use. Hey, what's this? Oh, cool, potion. Okay. I don't think that would really work for, you can't catch Pokemon that belongs to someone else. Throw Pokeballs. Okay. It's kind of, why can't you catch Pokemon that belong to someone else? Like, what if you're like, hey, I want to battle your Pokemon. You're like, okay, go Charizard, and you're like, ha, and then you throw a Pokeball and you catch it, and it's like, fool, I just wanted your Charizard, and you run off. Wouldn't that be cool? The name of the album is gonna be Inality Brutality, and I just wanted an album cover that was just like something brutal but also like a joke, which is why well, I mean, see, I guess that's the thing. The drawings that I've been doing so far are based on the songs that I've written, but the only reason why I was thinking that the album cover is going to be one of those drawings was because I couldn't think of an album cover that really represented what I was going for, which is just like a joke like somebody getting a wooden stake up their asshole or something, or like somebody kind of like the idea of that one album that Metallica wanted to call Metal Up Your Ass, and they instead went with Kill 'Em All. Like, I wanted to represent somebody like being brutalized up the asshole with like metal, but I couldn't really think of how I was gonna do that. I guess if I come up with an idea of how that would be, I would do that. Have you noticed the skinny trees on the roadside? They can be cut down with special Pokemon move, I hear. What do you have to say? Do you know the evolution cancel technique? When a Pokemon is evolving, you can stop the process. I do know about that. You just spam B when they're evolving. And I did, when I was young, I remember I bred some a Charizard, and I got a Charmander, a Charmeleon, and a Charizard, and I stopped the two lower. Wait a minute. No, that's not what I want. Here we go. What? Oh, this is still Route 2. Yeah, okay, so I can't catch a Pokemon here. Yeah, but I was saying, so I kept a Charmander, a Charmeleon, and a Charizard because I thought it was cool to have one of each. Using the evolution canceling thing. Trainer tips. All Pokemon that appear in battle, however briefly, earn XP points. Okay, cool. There aren't many serious Pokemon trainers here. They're all like bug catchers, you know, just hobbyists. Okay, so I think this is the first town where I can actually battle the gym leader. Heal my Pokemon, please. Yes. So let's see who we've got. You can go back in front so we can train you a bit. Let's see if I talk to anyone, if they give me things. What? Team Rocket is a Mount Moon? Huh? I'm on the phone. Scram! Oh, okay. Well, sorry for bothering you. I really want to catch a Pikachu, so I'm training my... I wish I had friends to play this game with when I was little, when I had the Game Boy, so I could like trade and shit. That would have been really fun. And then at these Poke Centers, they have this area here when you go up the escalators where you can battle them if you had the cord that connected with the other Game Boy. That would have been really fun. Hi, glad to meet you. That's unfriendly of you. How about saying hi back? Well, the game didn't give me the choice to say anything, so excuse me. So come on, tell me about yourself. I'd love to hear your profile. Tell me something good about yourself. What's your profile? Huh? A profile is written using 4 words or phrases. There's plenty of words to choose from for a profile. What is this? I remember this being, I remember this existing, but I never understood what it was for. Does anyone know? I don't know if there's someone in the... Tyler, I don't know if you know anything about this. Does this do anything? I am what is this? What if I just put okay? What? I thought, okay. Whatever, I don't care. What do you got to say? Poo, poo, poo. Oh, singing a song. Didn't that make everyone fall asleep though? Oops, I did not mean to do that. Okay, thanks, Jigglypuff. Okay. Yawn. When Jigglypuff sings, Pokemon get drowsy. Me too, snore. How about an album cover with you shooting up the Heavysaurus dinosaurs? Wait a minute, now that I think of it, that'd be a pretty funny ass feud. Um, yeah, I don't want to start any kind of beef or anything with Heavysaurus. I like Heavysaurus. I think they're cool. Yeah, and I don't want to make them think that like I don't like them or anything like that. Psst, do you know what I'm doing? No, I don't know what you're doing. You're just walking around in the middle of a flower field. I'm slaying Repel to keep wild Pokemon out of my garden. Oh. Repel sort of works, I think. I remember it doesn't always keep Pokemon away, but it's good to have when you just want to go somewhere and... What does this guy have to say? You're a trainer, right? Brock's looking for a new challenge. So I can't go that way. That's the museum. I forget what's there. I'm not sure if anything there is helpful at all, but I guess I can go visit it. If you have the right stuff to go take on Brock. Brock, the rock solid Pokemon trainer, so... Jesus, he has rock Pokemon. Crap, none of the Pokemon that I have are going to be good against this Pokemon. Because I have Bug, which is probably bad against rock. Normal, which I think is bad against... which is going to be bad too. Let me look up what level his Pokemon are. Let me just actually... Pokemon Fire Red Brock level.
According to WikiHow, Brock's only Pokemon are both rock ground types, a level 12 Geodude and a level 14 Onix.
Okay. My Pokemon are not nearly as strong as they need to be in order to take them on. And I know Onix can be pretty tough, if I remember correctly. So I'm gonna need to do some more grinding. I mean, I'm not sure the, let me do this. I want to see what level the first gym battle is to see if I can at least level up using those battles. Okay. Because 12 and 14. I didn't remember there being so few, yeah. So it's just this one dude and then Brock. I could have sworn there was a lot more. I know that in the other gyms there's a lot more dudes that you have to fight. Hiya, do you want to dream big? Do you dare to dream of becoming the Pokemon champ? I'm no trainer, but I can advise you on how to win. Let me take you to the top. No? It's a free service. Let's get happening. Oh, come on, he's gonna tell me anyways? The first Pokemon out in the match is list. What? The first Pokemon out in the match is at the left of the Pokemon list. By changing the order of a Pokemon, you may gain an advantage. Try different orders to suit your opponent's party. Okay. What if there was a heavy metal Pokemon? Aren't there already some Pokemon that are like made out of metal? Like there's Metagross or Metagross or whatever, and then there's like these legendary Pokemon that are like, I think there was like Steel Dark or something. It kind of looks like a, not like a robot, but like, I don't know, sort of like a robot, but also like a dude. I don't know how to explain it. Peter Museum of Science. I think some Pokemon look kind of metal, like maybe Rayquaza or like Scissors. When I was little, Scyther was my favorite Pokemon, and then I thought his evolution Scissors was fucking badass. Yes, it's $50 for a child's ticket. Would you like to come in? Sure. Right, $50, thank you. Okay. I don't know if there's any point of coming here other than just looking at stuff. Aerodactyl fossil, primitive and rare Pokemon. Kabutops fossil, primitive and rare Pokemon. I know that in this game you get the chance to revive one of these Pokemon that are extinct. I should be grateful for my long life. Never did I think I would get to see the bones of a dragon. Is it a dragon? I thought it was flying, a flying type. I want a Pikachu, it's so cute. I asked my daddy to catch me one. Yeah, Pikachu soon, I promise. This old dude can't do shit, I assure you. Look at him, he's all balding and shit. He's probably break his hip just trying to throw the fucking Pokeball. Space shuttle. Well, gee, thanks. That's really good information. I couldn't have seen that with my own eyeballs. This month we're running a space exhibit. So do you change what you do every month? Moonstone, huh? What's so special about it? Looks like an ordinary rock to me. I know that you can make some Pokemon evolve with a Moonstone. I think Fairy type are the ones that evolve with it. A meteorite that fell on Mount Moon. It is thought to be a moonstone. July 20th, 1969. Humankind first set foot on the moon that day. I bought a color TV just so I could watch that news. Oh, speaking of metal Pokemon. Oh, there's a door over there. Interesting. I can't get through there until I have the move cut, though. Actually, I should be talking to more people inside their houses because sometimes they give you stuff. Yes, I did. They were all right, I guess. Is there anything that I can buy here? Let me see how much stuff I have in my inventory first. But speaking of Pokemon, I'm a fan of the Jared Dines show, and they were doing this thing where people were submitting their own Pokemon drawings, and I submitted my own, and I thought I came up with some, or no, the challenge was to draw the Pokemon that they came up with in our own style, and the ones that I came up, the redesign that I did of their Pokemon, I thought were pretty badass. At least the one that Austin drew, because it was like a dark, like ghost type, and like I drew the final form of that Pokemon like all fucking spooky and shit. That was pretty fun. Okay, so I have 7 Pokeballs. Paralyze Heal, Antidote, Potion. I'm gonna prioritize getting extra Pokeballs. What's Awakening? Okay. Well, I guess I should get some of this other stuff, because it's not like I can use this stuff during a gym battle anyways. I'll get an escape rope in case I need to escape a a cave, and actually now I can't buy anything else. Shit. Well, whatever. It's not like I can get Pokeballs or anything. What was the first metal band? What was the first metal band I think you really got into? Mine was Pantera. Probably Godsmack. Like, when I was little, like, the things I remember listening to the most was like ZZ Top and Nirvana and Godsmack. So, and the funny thing too is that I didn't listen to any of Godsmack's metal albums at first. It was just The Other Side, which is an acoustic album, and I remember that being like my favorite album. And then I listened to their metal stuff, and I was like, holy shit. So yeah, Godsmack is probably the first metal band that I really like listened to, and at the time it was my favorite band. And then I started listening to Disturbed, and then that became my favorite band. Nidoran, sit. Bow bow. Bow bow. What's on TV? There's a Pokemon on TV. It looks like it's having fun. Well, good for the Pokemon. What do you have to say? Our Pokemon's an outsider, so it's finicky and hard to handle. An outsider is a Pokemon that you get in a trade. It grows fast, but it may ignore an unskilled trainer in battle. That was... It's interesting that this concept existed in this game, because I never saw it in use, because I never got the chance to trade Pokemon with other players. And then the more badges you have, the more willing the other pull up. Similar to the way... what's in this house? Pokemon learn new techniques as they grow, but some moves must be taught to them by people. A Pokemon becomes easier to catch if it has a status problem. Sleep, poison, burn, paralysis, those are all effective. How do you know this? How do you know so much, little kid? He's like... My character is probably like 10 or something, and this guy's probably like 5. It's like, how are you telling me stuff? Ugh, excuse me. I am wondering where I can grow, where I can go to grind a little bit. I can't go to the right because that's blocked off by that dude until I beat Brock. I don't think there's anything over here, is there? No. Yeah, so I have to beat Brock so I can continue. I want to get my Pokemon at least to level 10 so I can fight the first dude. Oh, I went the wrong way. So I can fight the first dude in the gym. Because none of my Pokemon are going to be effective against Rock, and I don't want to put like Mr. Wiggles in there. Because he's probably gonna get his shit wrecked. Probably like, I guess either Daisy or Pecky would be good, and then Charlie's gonna be the one probably carrying the team because naturally he's the strongest one in my party. But let's just grind up a little bit and let's try to get them to at least level 10. So I'm just gonna walk in this tall grass. What made you get a guitar? My reason was metal. Pretty much, I was the same reason. I wanted to start learning how to play songs from my favorite bands, and oh, this is a Pidgey. If he uses like Peck or something, then I'm screwed. Well, he's level 4, so maybe it shouldn't be that big of a deal. And then plus, he might not be high enough level to know Peck. So I think I'm good. But yeah, so like I remember that my first guitar was a shitty first act 3/4 guitar. I'm actually wondering if I should use Harden just to make sure I don't die while trying to fight this dude, but then he's gonna get a move in and then it's gonna take more damage, so it's like you never know with this type of move. So, but I'm just gonna try it and see what happens. Oh, he missed. That's good. Okay, so this should guarantee that Mr. Wiggles doesn't die, at least I think. Unless I get a critical or something, then I'm screwed. Okay. I think even if I get a critical, I should be good. So I'm gonna risk it. I want him. I want Mr. Wiggles to get all the XP, but I don't want him to die either. Whatever. I'm gonna risk it. Okay, he's good. But yeah, so my first guitar was a. Oh, that was miserable. He almost died for like a tenth of his XP bar. Well, this is gonna be a slow process. But yeah, and then the first, I bought a book that had tablature of the most popular songs from System of a Down, and that was kind of how I learned, start to learn how to play the guitar. Just by learning those songs, and then after a while, after learning to play other people's songs, I think I learned some stuff other than System of a Down, just like looking it up on the internet. But after a while, I started writing my own songs, and I remember, I'm pretty sure that Acid was the first song that I wrote, but the thing is, the version of Acid that I had in the album sounds way different than the version that when I first wrote it. When I first wrote it, it was probably just as long, but it was like more repetitive and boring. Actually, let's get this guy here first, and then the lyrics were kind of cringy, but like some of the riffs that are in that song, the intro riff was actually to be honest, the intro riff is probably the only thing that stayed the same. The everything up until the verse where I start singing and start saying words was probably the same, but then everything after that I completely changed. I completely rewrote the song to make it more interesting, and I specifically remember using that 3/4 guitar when I was living in the house in Yuma to write the song Here I Go Again. I remember I was bored lying on my back, and I was just the beginning riff, the dun 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 bam 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 bam. I was just like literally being bored on my guitar, just just bending the string, and I thought, well, this sounds kind of cool, and as I was writing it, I was like, well, here's another song that I'm never gonna actually like record or perform live or anything. And he's like, so here I go again. So that was kind of how that song came about, and that's what the song is about, like how I kept writing songs, but I felt like I was never gonna get anywhere with them. It's kind of a depressing song, actually. But yeah, fun fact. It's actually one of the songs I like the most now, just because of the story behind it and the riff. I think is pretty cool. So I'm thinking I want to get my Pokemon to level 10 in order to fight at least the first guy in the gym, and then to take on his level 14 what's the name of the Pokemon? Onyx. I'm gonna outnumber him, but at the same time I don't know if they're gonna be able to stand up to level 14 if they're level 10. So I don't know if I should get them all to be level 14, or I don't know if that would actually be overkill. What was it like making your first album? Oh boy, that's a story. It was, God, it was so, to be honest, it was like really depressing, at least the first like year. Because when I decided that I was gonna make the album, I said, I'm gonna give myself until a year from today in order to get this album done. I'm gonna go back to Pure City real quick to heal these guys and keep leveling up. And so I was like, yeah, so that's what I'm gonna do, and I'm gonna work on this album. I'm gonna finish it in a year. And the deadline, the purpose of the deadline was to like motivate myself. It's like, okay, I gotta finish it before this time. And that would kind of like motivate me. And then like something like 8 months had passed and I didn't do shit because the whole time I felt like I don't have the skill to do this album. Like, I suck at the guitar and I don't have the time to practice. Well, I think I did have time, but I just didn't practice, at least enough. But anyways, so, and I felt like I was never gonna get it done, and it really sucked until one day I was like, well, I at least gotta try it, because, you know, if in my mind I had there was no way that I was gonna get it done. So I was like, well, if I don't try it, I'll you know, I'm not gonna get it done. But if I try it, you know, I might not get it done, but at least maybe there's a chance. This Pidgey, I think Mr. Wiggles took too much damage too quickly, so I'm going to switch him out. So eventually I just started working on it, and like I wasn't expecting anything to happen. But as I was practicing, I was able to finally start playing my own songs at the speed that they were meant to be played at. So that was encouraging, and I kept on practicing. The goal, see, the thing that kind of messed me up when I was working on the album, and I wrote an article that I meant to post on my website about this. It kind of goes over the story, which I might, now that I'm talking about it, I might want to dig back into my website and finally post that thing, because it's an article that I really like how it turned out, and I think might actually help people. But basically, I was putting a lot of pressure on myself to be able to play the guitar well in order to do the album, because generally metal musicians, they don't want to like cheat, you know, like pop artists use auto-tune and stuff like that, or they use fake instruments. And I was like, I gotta be able to play this song well enough to where I can play live. Like, that was the idea. Like, maybe when I'm recording, I'll like do a couple of takes because, you know, I'm in the studio and I want to make sure that it sounds good. But I should be able to play it. I should be able to play it the whole way through without messing up, at least sometimes. You know, like, kind of like if I were to play it live. And part of that was the reason why it took me such a long time to finish the album, because Mr. Wiggles is so goddamn weak. This is a level 3 Rattata, and he took so much damage from just a tackle. Let me see if I use Harden, if that helps anything. Now he's in the yellow zone, and now I don't know if I want to keep on leaving him in the battle. Oh, maybe use String Shot and then poison him, and then switch him out with another Pokemon, and then the other Pokemon will actually be the one who inflicts the damage. I was able to play the songs and finish the album eventually, but then when I started working on it was Conceit itself when I allowed myself to use editing to play the guitars the way they were supposed to. Like, I would slow down the song, or like I would edit the guitars, and I switched my mentality over to where I thought this is not just an acceptable thing to do, because a lot of musicians do it in the pop world, in the rap world, or in any genre really. But also just the fact that if I didn't do that, I wasn't going to be able to make music at all anyway. So it was better to make music that was cheating than to have this standard that really doesn't do me any good, and not make music at all. So yeah, for the first year of my of making the album, which technically I didn't spend making the album at all because I was just being depressed about it, was pretty miserable. And then there was like I think it took me like an extra year once I started working on it to get everything done. You know, I totally missed my self-imposed deadline, but that was fine by that point. Yeah, once I finished it, I was pretty proud of it. Looking back at it, it definitely could sound a lot better, and the way that I recorded the guitars and some of the vocals, and just in general how the way I did things, like, I know better now. Like, if I were to re-record that album, it would sound way better, and I do plan on re-recording it one day. You know, maybe I'll make like a anniversary edition or something, and I'll like re-record everything. So yeah, that's kind of the story of my first album. That was kind of a long story. I hope you find that interesting. What I was kind of planning on doing actually was stories like that, or like what my songs were about. I wanted to make it like a Patreon thing where I would make videos where I just explain the backstory of each of the songs, and for the people who really wanted to know, because they're like fans and they want to get more insight. You know, that was going to be their special exclusive thing, you know, to know the backstory of all the songs. But here I am telling you, because you asked about it, and I don't know, I guess I just felt like in the mood to divulge that information. I might, if I like get more followers and stuff, and people actually subscribe to my Patreon, I might start doing that, committing to doing that more. But like right now, I have. What is it like making your new album? Good question. Thank you, sir, by the way. I'm pointing at my screen, but the camera's over here. Thank you, sir. Thank you, Tyler, for being here and asking these questions to get me talking and kind of make this a little bit more interesting, but also, well, I was gonna say audience, but I think you're the by that time I had shed that mentality that I need to be able to play this perfectly without editing because it's metal, and if you use editing and cheating to make your music, then you're not metal. I already got rid of that mentality. So recording the guitars and the bass and all the instruments was like a breeze. Like I remember that I started recording the album when I was still in California, and I was working in Arizona, and I was driving an hour and a half to get to work and an hour and a half to get back. So it was a total of 3 hours that I was driving. But the fact that I had this new technique of editing to be able to record music meant that I didn't need that much time to learn how to play my songs really well, because I could just, you know, do some shit, record it. When I play those songs and edit them, you can't tell that they're edited. They sound really good. It sounds probably even better than my first album because because my first album, that's a representation of how I actually play the song, like if I were playing it live. You know, that was my mentality, and you know, some parts I messed up. Like for example, there was this riff in Acid that's pretty fast, the bum 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 bum, where I'm like, you know, just screaming like, oh, I hate you, I hate myself. That part, if you mute everything and just leave the guitars, it sounds like shit, but you can't really notice it. Actually, hold on. Yeah, it sounds like shit because they're not like synced up that well. But I left it like that because you couldn't notice it that much with all the other instruments going on. But like this new album, like everything is on point. I let myself be not perfect just so it sounds a little bit more human. Like I'm not like editing it so much to where it's like right on the grid, because then it's gonna sound robotic. Like I just play it slowed down, and then I'm like, okay, that's in on beat, and then I speed it up, and then it sounds good. So recording the guitars and everything was like really easy, and I was getting a lot of work done, even though I had like 3 hours that I wasn't able to use. Or was it, maybe it was just doing it on the weekend. I can't remember, because now that I think of it, I don't think I had any time to on the weekdays. It was probably just on the weekends that I was doing that stuff. But then I was done with all that, and I moved to Illinois, and it was time to record the vocals. And I remember hitting the same problem that I had with my other album with the vocals, because I thought, okay, the vocals is gonna be the only thing that I'm gonna be performing live if I ever do perform live, because I don't have a band, it's just me. So I'm just gonna have the recording of the instrumentals, and I'm just going to be you know, singing with like speakers behind me. And I was like, okay, so the vocals I need to be able to do live. So it was the same issue. and I couldn't fucking do it. And I couldn't get my vocals to sound, you know, as good as, you know, someone like George Fisher or Alex Terrible, or, you know, some of the other, you know, vocalists that I really like. And eventually I was like, well, I gotta let go of that mentality that I had with the same way that I did with the instrumentals with the vocals, and I didn't like speed it up or slow slow it down in order to record it, but what I did was I let myself record it in parts because it was really hard for me to growl. For some reason, growling is a lot tougher to me than screaming because like it tires out like my throat more or something, or like because I kind of need to like I feel like I need to like clench my throat more when I do it, and when I did it, I didn't strain myself without sounding like shit. And consistent and like at least with a technique that was acceptable. Once I mixed it and put effects on it and everything, then that's when it started to sound really good, and I was like, well, my vocals don't really sound too bad after all. So like it was just a matter of recording it decently enough with the vocals that I know how to do, and let myself do it in parts, and then with the mixing and everything, then it started to sound pretty badass if you ask me. I feel like some songs they did a little bit better than others, but overall pretty cool. There were some songs where I think I did a really good job, like I have a song called From the Uterus to the Garbage, which is supposed to be a spoof of the song from Dying Fetus, From Womb to Waist, and I was intentionally like imitating his the two singers like style of growling, where it's like really low and like really like kind of pig squealy, and like I feel like I got pretty close, and then there was some high screams in there that don't exactly sound like how the other guy does his screams, but it was like kind of got the point across. But yeah, so that's cool. What is the song resurfacing about? Well, since you're here and since you are doing me the service of being in my stream and being such a good sport with the questions, I'll answer the question. Resurfacing is about, have you ever had an experience where something bad happens to you or somebody says something and you like I've had issues with like feeling like worthless, and like sometimes I'll like mess something up or I can't do something and I'm like like I suck, like I don't know, like sometimes I just feel like I don't I'm not even worth walking on the face of the planet Earth. And something like that would happen, and then I would start remembering all the other past times where I would feel the same way. And so I would, one thing would happen, it would remind me of all the past times, and I would feel more and more worthless remembering all the times before that. And that's kind of the theme of the song. It's like one thing comes up and then it's a downhill spiral and all those old feelings resurface. And that's kind of what it's about. It's like one thing triggering that downward spiral and just start remembering all the other shit. So yeah, kind of a short explanation, but that's the gist of it. I feel like I have to thank you, because if I didn't have these topics to talk about, then this stream would just be 2 hours of me grinding against wild Pokemon, and it wouldn't be very interesting. Well, I guess I can use Pecky a bit. Mr. Wiggles is like the one dragging us down right now. I'm probably not gonna use him in the gym anyway because we'll probably get destroyed, but I don't know what I'm gonna do with him like in an actual battle because like he can't do that much. Like I'm probably just gonna use him like I said, like a support, like throw him in there just to you know, poison him and like lower his stats and then get him out of there quick before he dies, and then let the other Pokemon take care of him. I think that's gonna be the way that I'm gonna use him. Well, I've been streaming for an hour and 11 minutes, and I feel like I have not done anything because I've just been grinding to fight this first gym battle. Maybe I shouldn't worry that much about them being that much higher level than me because I do have more Pokemon than he does, and I can, if they start getting low, I can just switch them out. I'm thinking I can try to get everyone to level 10 and then I can probably take on both of the dudes inside the gym. I think that'll be good enough. It'd be cool if I battled the first gym leader in the stream. So I'm gonna try to do that. Weedles uses 420. I'm not sure if you're trying to make a joke as like because his name is what is the Pokemon's name? Weedle? Is it Weedle or Weedles? Actually, I have a Pokedex where I can check. Yeah, Weedle. I guess that's... I don't know if that's what you meant. That actually reminds me of this video. I don't know, Tyler, if you speak Spanish, but there's a YouTuber called Vete la Verge, which is like Spanish for like go to hell or like go fuck yourself. But he's an animator who will like make parodies of like different things, and like some of his most popular videos are Puchamon, and in Puchamon there's a Pokemon called Motapod, which was supposed to be like Metapod, and Mota in Spanish is weed, and like they were making fun of how useless Metapod is, and he's like Motapod Endurézate, which is use harder, doing was using harden, and then like he was just saying Metapod, use harden and get like super friggin' hard, like harder than you've ever been before, and like it was just going like that for like 5 minutes or something. And then the other guy is like, this is the most intense Pokemon battle that I've ever been in. It's like all fucking retarded. It was fucking funny. So if you speak Spanish and you haven't heard of that channel, I would highly recommend you check it out. Or you can be, you can take it to the next level and learn Spanish just so you can watch that channel. Speaking of Spanish and YouTubers who speak Spanish. There's a few. Most of the channels that I watch are in English, but there's a few that I watch that are in Spanish that are really funny. Like there's Versh. I feel like sometimes I can't pronounce words very well in Spanish anymore. So there's them, and then there's Garas Productions, which they have a couple of different kinds of videos, but their like main thing is that there's this like band called Las Personas, which is a joke band, which is a little bit of the inspiration of where Anal Sphincter came from, and they're pretty funny. One of they're like a metalcore band. And one of their songs is just like, they're just singing like all their songs are just like bullshit lyrics. And one of the lines in their song is, "The government is stealing our breakdowns." It's fucking hilarious. And the main guy behind it, I guess, he has a different channel now because they barely are able to play or make videos. It was I think Arak Productions, or maybe just Arak Bernal, which is his name. I can't remember, but he's pretty funny. He's kind of out there, but he can be pretty funny. There's Hola Soy Germán, and he's super funny. He's like super fast paced and like really like energetic. And then there's someone that I encountered or found more recently was Soy Uriel, and he does pretty much all gaming videos. And he's like, the way he swears is so goddamn funny in Spanish, because like I don't know, like the shit he comes up with on the spot like surprises me. Like he was playing this shitty ass Steam game where you play as Santa Claus and you have to platform around and collect presents, and there was this present that was on fire, and he's like, "Ay güey, esos regalos son los regalos para los hijos de Satán," which means, holy shit, those are those presents are the ones for Satan's kids, which I thought was fucking hilarious. And like, I wish I could like come up with shit like on the spot, like the way he does when I'm doing my own live streams or let's play videos. See, like right now I'm one of the things is I'm really bad at multitasking, so I'm trying to talk and like sometimes I just forget words and I'm like if only if I thought faster. I feel like that's kind of my problem, is like I don't think very fast. I feel like the only way that I'd be able to like make my gaming videos like more entertaining, like I have the ones that are basically the scripted ones, like my reviews, those are funny because I have time to think about the jokes. And then if I want to make a video that's more of a let's play style, I feel like the only way that I would be able to make that entertaining is if I play the game and then come up with the jokes afterwards. Excuse me. And then like do a voiceover over the footage and pretend like as if I'm playing the game right at that moment, because otherwise I can't come up with shit on the spot. It's just kind of like my weakness, which kind of bears the question, why am I doing this right now? But the point is, I'm trying to be consistent with uploading or live streaming, because I don't have that much time to work on stuff, so this is the only thing that I can do, I feel like, where it doesn't take a lot of time because I don't have to edit this. But it is what it is, I guess. I don't know, I feel like I'm doing kind of good. You know, I kind of had fun last time. There was a couple of people who were watching. And I've got Tyler, who's asking me good questions and giving me topics of stuff to talk about. Hold on, my butt is asleep. I need to stand up. My whole foot is asleep. I'm just gonna grind a little bit while standing up because I gotta stand up for a while. Well, my leg feels better now. I don't know if I want to spend the time to grind Mr. Wiggles all the way up to level 10 because it's going to take a while and it's not like he's going to be that useful in the fight anyways. Go to the gym battle and put Mr. Wiggles in front and then switch him out. Then I need to though because they're not like super high level. And they are rock Pokemon, so it might be a problem. But I'm getting kind of bored just grinding right now. Well, I think I'm gonna take the risk. I'm gonna go to the gym and I'm going to battle the first dude, and I'm gonna leave Mr. Wiggles in front just so that he can get some XP. Actually, I guess while he's there, I could try using like a string shot or something. Yeah, so let's do it. Stop right there, kid. You're 10,000 light years from facing Brock. Camper Liam would like to battle. Okay, so he's got a level 10 Geodude. I can try to poison him, actually. I don't think String Shot is going to do too much, because all that does is make him attack last, which I don't see the point of unless, like, you get in the first move that kills him. Well, let's try, Okay, well, he didn't take that much damage, actually. Yeah, but that's not... Oh, you got poisoned. Okay. Let's do a string shot. Just for the sake of it. Okay, use defense curl, which is not good because he's already going to be tough because he's a rock Pokemon. Feel like doing another string shot because Mr. Wiggles could take another attack. Alright, well, I think Mr. Wiggles has done his job, so let's put in... just put in Pecky. Okay, well, it looks like this guy is just a rock version of Metapod because he's just using Defense Curl. Oof! That didn't do anything. Oh, excuse me. Well. I don't know why I'm so gassy right now. But crap. So he did a lot of damage to me, and yet I barely did anything to him. So I think I'm gonna actually have to use Charlie because he's gonna be able to do the most damage. See, even though he's gonna be the one who does the most damage, he's really not doing that much. But okay, the poison took care of him, so Mr. Wiggles did have a good role to play in this battle. So congratulations, Mr. Wiggles. I think Mr. Wiggles is good to try to attempt another poison. This one's level 11. Okay, he's using Defense Curl too. As long as he poisons him, I'm happy. He's using Defense Curl, so I'm good. Okay. He's using Sand Attack, which is not going to do damage, but it might make it a little bit more difficult to hit him. Okay, he's going to keep on using Sand Attack. It's not going to be a very good strategy on his part because I am going to be able to switch out my Pokemon, which will not have sand in his eyes. Well, let's try... he's going first all of this time, so let's try using String Shot just so he doesn't have that advantage when the next Pokemon, when I get my next Pokemon out. Okay, so he's just gonna keep on using Sand Attack. Okay, now he's using Scratch. And he didn't do that much damage. I don't think Mr. Wiggles can take this guy on though. Maybe if I use Harden, it can kind of improve my chances. It'd be cool if Mr. No. He's used Defense Curl too many times, so either Daisy and Peggy's not gonna be able to do anything, so I'm going to put in Charlie to maximize damage output. Oh wow, that did quite a bit of damage actually. Oh, he burned him. Okay, that's good. I wonder if I can use Growl just to lower his attack, and maybe that'll kind of improve things. And now I have the next move. Okay, we did it. Mr. Wiggles didn't level up? Okay, so Charlie's level 11. Okay, so I definitely need to heal. These Pokemon are higher level, and I only had 2 Pokemon also. So, I'm gonna level up a little bit. Okay, so... You know, actually, I think Mr. Wiggles has some pretty good defense because my other Pokemon were taking a lot more damage. Let me see what his stats are. Quiet nature. I think my phone vibrated. Yeah, alright, I'll take care of that later. Quiet nature, that's fine by me. I'm a quiet person myself. Shed skin, heals the body by shedding. Huh? How do I use it? Pokemon shed skin ability.
According to Bulbapedia, Bulbagarden, the Pokemon may heal its own status conditions. The Pokemon may heal its own status conditions by shedding its skin. The Pokemon may heal its own status conditions by shedding its skin. Shed Skin is an ability introduced in Generation 3.
Okay, so I guess he heals his own status effects automatically. Okay, so his attack is 12, defense 14, special attack 13, special defense 12, speed 9. So his speed is kind of his low point. How do I switch? Oop, that's not what I meant. How do I... Okay. I know that there's a way to... There you go. Daisy and Charlie is actually interesting. So other than Charlie, he actually has the highest defense, so he can actually take some hits. Good to know. His attack is low though. And he's not very fast. And then the other guys... Okay, Daisy's got kind of a high attack, but low defense. Low special attack, special defense, a little high, good speed. So Daisy's kind of a glass cannon. Her attack is actually higher than Charlie. Pecky's a little bit more well-rounded. And then Mr. Wiggles is low attack but high defense. Interesting. So that kind of helps me make some decisions. But yeah, so I'm just going to keep on grinding. I might want to level 14 the way his Brock's Pokemon are. He's using String Shot, but my speed is already pretty low, so not sure how effective that's going to be for you. Test. Okay, microphone's still working. Well, this is gonna take a while, so I should come up with something to talk about. I don't know. I guess if Tyler or anyone is still there, do you think the facial hair looks good at all? Because it looks kind of messy. But I feel like it could look good. But then the other thing is, it's not very full. Like, there's not a whole lot of individual hairs on my face. It's just like really long right now, which maybe makes it look a little bit more full, but it's not really. Hey, he's evolving! I didn't know he evolved so quickly. Now that I think of it, that's kind of a thing with both Pokemon, isn't it? They evolve quickly. Okay, so we evolved into Beedrill, and you learned Fury Attack. The Joe is the foe. Where did I get Joe from? The foe is jabbed repeatedly with a horn or beak 2 to 5 times. Okay, so this has the potential to do a lot of damage. It's 15, and it's going to at least. Okay, so I feel like Mr. Wiggles is actually a little bit more violent. Okay, so that did quite a bit of damage. I don't know, this is gonna take a while. Just what do I have to talk about? Can't think of anything, but I guess I don't necessarily have to force myself to try to be entertaining, and that's kind of another thing actually. When I started doing these streams, the first one of these streams that I did, I felt like I had more fun with it than I've had in the past because I wasn't putting as much pressure on myself to be entertaining, because I've kind of come to accept the fact that I'm just not good at coming up with stuff in the spot. So I'm not gonna stress myself out too much if I can't come up with anything. Same time, I don't want to be completely silent though. I don't know, for some reason right now I just started thinking about Dungeons and Dragons, because this is kind of like a RPG game in the sense that you have some guys that like level up and kind of play different roles and stuff like that, I was looking around to see if there was anybody who maybe had a group where it's a like a card game store or like a comic. I think they have some of everything with, like, you know. Okay, I was trying to see if I turn on the light on my controller, because I got a afterglow glowing controller, if the light would like show up on my face in the stream. The stream is a little bit behind though, so I can't really see. Oh, it's not showing up, but I don't know. I kind of like to have it on just because I think it looks cool. But anyways, so I went over there and they have several groups at the same time playing Dungeons and Dragons, and they let you play one time for free, and then after that it's like $20 a month, I think. And like, I feel like if you're really into Dungeons and Dragons, that would be worth it. They meet once a week, but the thing is, aside from the fact that I don't have that much time to do stuff, my first experience wasn't that great, because I joined a group that was already had already started for like 4 months, I think. And so they were on their quest, and they were all like they all had like individual goals. You know, their characters were doing different stuff, and I was just in the middle of it, and they were it was very, very slow. And the thing is, there was a lot of players too. There was like, I want to say like 7, maybe like 7 players or in total, or maybe like more. So each person was having a turn, and they were all like in different parts of the town and shit, and they're all doing their own stuff. And so it felt like forever until I got to do anything. And then the other thing too is that I don't know, maybe it was a matter of me being a little bit more not as shy, but like I felt like there should have been a little bit more like interaction, I guess, between our characters, but I feel like that we didn't get the chance to do that. It was just like, okay, it's your turn, what do you want to do? I'm like, I'm gonna go do this. I'm like, okay, cool. Like, what? At one point, my character, we were guarding some workers, so that they didn't get robbed, and like nothing happened. And I felt like that was an opportunity for our characters just to like sit there and watch the workers and like maybe have a conversation. I'm gonna go to the Poke Center just to restore Mr. Wiggles' Pokemon power. But yeah, so so what happened was like, okay, he rolled the dice or whatever, and he's like, okay, so guarding the workers and nothing happens, and then we just moved on to the next thing, you know. Like, I don't know, maybe if I were playing with a group of people that I knew, and that was like a lot less people, and we started from the beginning, it'd be a lot more fun, because, you know, I'd feel more comfortable with them, and everybody would be on the same page. But as it is right now, kind of just seems like a pain in the ass to me. And then the other thing too is that the game, there's a lot of fucking rules, and there's a lot of like weapons and classes, and the way you take turns in combat, and like you gotta each, like, you can move a certain amount of spaces, and like it's just a big pain in the ass to me, I feel like. Okay, so he's getting Oh, he actually has some pretty good attack now. And special defense is pretty high. I feel like it made me kind of want to make my own version of Dungeons and Dragons with simpler rules of like, all you have to do is like roll the dice. Like, see, what I thought Dungeons and Dragons was like, okay, orcs appear, what do? It's like, I try to run away and you roll the dice and it's like, you are successful. But instead there's a lot more rules to it, and like you can't just, I don't know. So it's been a while, and my Pokemon are not gonna get to 12. So I'm thinking maybe if I get them all to level 11, that'll be good enough. Because again, I outnumber him 2-1. So maybe the fact that he's a higher level doesn't matter too much. Maybe if I don't battle Brock by the end of this session, I should be able to do it at least in the next one. I feel like Pecky should level up kind of quickly, up to level 11, and then the other guys I think should be a similar situation. I feel like all the Pokemon in this grass are pretty low level. I thought that some of the Pokemon back, like near Pallet Town, were stronger, so maybe I should go over there just to level up quicker. Or maybe in the Viridian Forest, they're a little bit higher level. Or maybe I even missed a trainer in here. Okay, this guy's level 4. If they're like level 6 maybe, or 5 instead of 2, then it's probably good enough. Did I go here already? Yeah. Tyler, either... Oh shit! A Pikachu? Oh man, I wish I got a freaking Pikachu when I was in the forest the first time. It's not like I can catch him. Oh, that sucks. Hopefully it doesn't know Thunderbolt or anything like that. Oh. Oh no. Jesus. A level 5 Pikachu and he already knows an electric move. Okay, I'm not afraid of Growl. If I use Quick Attack, I feel like I should be fine. As the Cocoon Pokemon have such higher defense than some of these other guys. Okay, so I'm out of Viridian Forest. Actually, did I ever go this direction? I don't think I did. Okay, I'm gonna have to come back here then. Grind in this area because I'm pretty sure the Pokemon here were higher level, or if I want to make sure that I didn't miss something in the Viridian Forest over here. Okay, this is just grass. Well, now he's screwed. Okay, found a Pokeball, so that's good. Imagine just walking around in the forest and all the fucking bugs are trying to kill you. Or like shooting silk and tackling you. What was cool about Pokemon, at least the first generation, was that all the Pokemon felt like animals that were part of a big ecosystem. You know, I'm kind of curious, because a lot of the animations, at least during the battle, I'm gonna look that up right now.
According to NeoGaf, The GBA has a TFT color LCD that is 240 by 160 pixels in size and has a refresh rate of exactly 280,896 CPU cycles per frame, or around 59.73 Hz.
Wait, so 59.7? Like 59.7 frames per second or something like that. So I've gone over my streaming time by about 4 minutes. So here's the plan. I'm gonna level up these two guys to level 11. And then I'm gonna try to take on the gym leader. Both of them are really close to leveling up, so it shouldn't take that long. But yeah, that's what you can expect in the next exciting episode of Kane and the Pokemon Nuzlocke. Alright, well, that's gonna be it for now. Okay, this thing is still working. So yeah, thanks to Tyler, who joined the stream and was stuck to it for the most part. Yeah, I will be streaming again next week at 12 o'clock on Saturday. And I'm going to be taking on Brock, the gym leader of the Rock badge. Yeah, I mean, I guess that's it. Until next time, and happy 4th of July.